Hey gardening friends, ready to grow healthier plants, bigger harvests, and smarter gardens? Let's get started.
What if everything you have been doing to care for your lemon tree is actually the reason it refuses to bloom? What if the tree is not struggling at all, but is in fact so comfortable, so well fed, and so content that it has absolutely no reason to give you a single flower? Welcome to the Smart Gardener, where we go beyond the surface and dig into the real science behind why your garden does what it does. If this is your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss content like this. Today, we are going to uncover the truth that most home gardeners never find out about lemon trees. The reason your tree is not blooming has nothing to do with sunlight, nothing to do with your watering schedule, and nothing to do with the size of your pot. The real answer is something that works completely against common sense. And once you understand it, everything changes. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what professional citrus growers have quietly relied on for decades to bring stubborn lemon trees into full, reliable bloom, season after season. Here is something that will stop you in your tracks. You picked a great spot with plenty of sun. You watered consistently. You fertilized on schedule. And your lemon tree responded beautifully. Deep green leaves, strong branches, vigorous new growth, pushing out every few weeks. By every visible measure, your tree looks like a success story. And yet, when flowering season arrives, nothing happens. No buds, no blossoms, no fragrance in the air, just more leaves. Season after season. You move the tree, you change the soil, you try a bigger pot. Still nothing. And the frustrating part is that you are not doing anything wrong. You are actually doing everything right. And that is precisely the problem. Here is the truth that changes everything. When a lemon tree has everything it needs in consistent, predictable abundance, it has absolutely no biological reason to reproduce. Flowers and fruit are expensive investments of energy. The tree only makes that investment when it senses that the future might not be as comfortable as the present. This is where the science gets fascinating. And this is where most gardeners never look. Inside every lemon tree, two competing hormones are locked in a constant battle. The first is auxin, produced in actively growing shoot tips. Auxin acts like a nutrient magnet, pulling sugar and energy toward new leaves and branches, while simultaneously suppressing a critical hormone at the root level. That suppressed hormone is cytokinin, produced in the actively growing root tips and responsible for sending the reproductive signal upward through the plant. When nitrogen is abundant and the tree keeps pushing new growth, auxin stays dominant, cytokinin stays silenced, and the tree stays locked in vegetative mode indefinitely. To unlock flowering, that balance must shift. And now, you are going to learn exactly how to shift it. Now that you understand what is happening inside your tree, let us talk about the single most common mistake that keeps lemon trees locked in that vegetative cycle. And the answer is going to surprise you, because it is something most gardeners consider responsible care. It is nitrogen fertilizer, applied consistently all year long. Nitrogen is the engine behind leafy, vigorous growth. Every time you feed your tree a nitrogen-rich fertilizer, you are sending one clear biological message. Keep growing, make more leaves, stay in expansion mode. And the tree obeys perfectly. The result is a beautiful, lush, deeply green tree that never blooms. This is one of the most painful ironies in all of home gardening. The more faithfully you feed it, the further you push it away from flowering. Your tree does not need more comfort. It needs a signal that something has changed. That signal comes from a compound called monopotassium phosphate, which you will often see labeled simply as MKP. Unlike nitrogen fertilizers, MKP contains zero nitrogen. Instead, it delivers two things your tree needs specifically during the transition to flowering. First, phosphorus, which fuels the ATP energy transfer system inside the plant and directly supports the initiation of flower buds. Second, potassium, which strengthens cell walls, improves the tree's tolerance to stress, and supports every biological process during this critical shift. Because MKP is fully water-soluble, the roots absorb it rapidly, and the internal signal it creates is fast and clear. A citrus trial conducted in Brazil in 2022 documented a 20% increase in overall yield and a 15% reduction in premature fruit drop with regular MKP applications. Those are not small numbers. So here is exactly how you apply it. Step 1. 2 weeks before you begin, stop all nitrogen fertilizer completely. You are not starving the tree. You are quieting the vegetative noise so the reproductive signal can finally be heard. Step 2. Reduce your watering by about 20 to 30%. This is a gentle nudge, not a drought. A slight reduction in water availability is one of the oldest and most reliable biological triggers for reproductive behavior in fruit trees. Step 3. Dissolve 3 to 5 grams of MKP per liter of water and apply it to the soil, watering thoroughly out to the drip line, which is the area directly beneath the outermost edge of the branches, where the most active feeder roots are concentrated. Step 4. Prepare a lighter solution of 1 to 2 grams per liter and apply it as a foliar spray directly onto the leaves and growing tips. Do this only in the early morning or in the late evening, never in the middle of the day. Midday heat causes the solution to evaporate before the leaves can absorb it, and the concentrated minerals left behind can burn the leaf tissue. Step 5. Over the following 1 to 3 weeks, watch the tree closely. You will often notice the rapid production of new leaves begins to slow. The tree is redirecting its energy, and then, on the older, more mature branches, the first tight flower buds begin to appear. One important technical note before you move on: never mix MKP together with calcium-based fertilizers in the same concentrated solution. Combining them creates a white, chalky precipitate that clogs irrigation lines and wastes both products entirely. Always apply them separately. Knowing what to apply is only half of the equation. Knowing exactly when to apply it is what separates good results from truly exceptional ones. Lemon trees have a built-in biological response to cool nights. When nighttime temperatures drop below 55 degrees Fahrenheit, the internal flowering mechanisms begin to stir. The most powerful moment to introduce your MKP program is immediately after that cool period ends, as temperatures begin climbing again. Think of it this way: cool nights crack the door open, and your MKP program pushes it the rest of the way through. For most parts of the United States, the primary bloom window runs from February through April, which means January is the ideal time to begin your preparation protocol. But here is something almost no one talks about that can make a significant difference in how well your MKP program works: pruning. When a lemon tree develops a dense, overcrowded canopy, light cannot penetrate to the interior branches, and those shaded branches will never form flower buds. Beyond light, removing actively growing shoot tips interrupts the downward flow of auxin, giving cytokinin the window it needs to rise and trigger the reproductive signal. Time your pruning for late February into early March, after frost risk has passed. Never remove more than 1/3 of the canopy in a single session. Always cut at a 45-degree angle above outward-facing buds, and sanitize your tools with rubbing alcohol between each cut. Not all lemon varieties behave the same way, and knowing yours changes how you time everything. Meyer lemons, popular across colder states and commonly grown indoors, can bloom multiple times a year, with the strongest flushes in fall and early spring. If you grow a Meyer indoors during winter, cooler temperatures between 55 and 65 degrees Fahrenheit are actually what encourage the next bloom cycle, so resist the urge to keep it too warm. Eureka lemons, the classic tart variety dominant in California and the warmer southern states, have more defined bloom periods in spring and fall. Lisbon lemons are closely related to Eureka, but tolerate both heat and cold better, making them a strong choice for regions with more variable temperatures. Knowing your variety means you can align your MKP program precisely with the natural rhythm your specific tree is already following. Before you get started, a few mistakes are worth keeping in mind. Do not use MKP at concentrations higher than recommended, because excess creates salt stress in the root zone and works against the very response you are trying to build. Do not reintroduce nitrogen the moment you see the first buds forming. A surge of nitrogen at that stage can trigger the tree to abort those developing buds and snap right back into vegetative growth. Do not spray foliage in the middle of the day. And do not abandon the process after a single cycle. Some trees need 2 full rounds before they make the complete hormonal shift. Patience here is not weakness. It is wisdom. One final thing, especially if your tree lives indoors. Even a beautifully blooming indoor lemon has no wind and no bees. Take a small, dry, soft-bristled paintbrush and gently touch each open flower once a day, moving from bloom to bloom. That one simple action is often the difference between flowers that drop and fruit that actually develops. Your lemon tree is not broken. It never was. It has simply been waiting for the right signal. That first bloom on a tree that has been silent for seasons is not just a flower. It is proof that you finally learned to speak its language. If this helped you, subscribe to The Smart Gardener and hit the notification bell. Share this with any gardener struggling with a lemon tree that just will not bloom. And drop a comment below telling us where your tree is right now.